Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A 2nd down run with Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 63 yards.
And you can tell early they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Now this throw caught left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
60 Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
60 outlaw. 54. I got you. I got you.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time he had a guy average about 40 points a game. And he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 4.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Pick the edge. Come. Zebra.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 11 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. This time, the extra point up and good.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
That's it, baby. We got one.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now a give, right side. It's Barnes. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert, throw left side, complete. It's Tucker. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people are going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Four down.
Now it's Carson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Check hot route. Hot. Go.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. Jimmy Garoppolo, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one, they help force another incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw. Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
2nd and 13. He gets it to Humphreys. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Lewis here on first down. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
14. Where? Check. Alert. Gun.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Dion Lewis getting set to go again here with his guys on offense. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. 2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in.
And he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Herbert. It's caught. Humphreys. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Come on, fellas.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
Yeah, he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Rip left. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here's Wilson.
Here we go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
0-0-0.
Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
It's caught, blocking. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll bite, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
59 mark, 59 mark.
Front left.
Now Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jarrell Casey, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, oh, had to get it up, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. In for the score, and the Titans have taken the lead.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. Extra point put through by Succop, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Alert.
I got it.
Still got 4 down.
59.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tempo.
Wilson going to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. This quarterback now just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Double count right here, double count. Hey, switch gears.
To throw is Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now it's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They try again with Lewis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Ready. 94. 2.
Off play action. Herbert. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Lewis out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Ready?
Again, it's Lewis. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans! Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Carson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They run it with Carson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Here's Wilson, looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. They'll try and run for it, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Now a throw here to his running back. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now left side on the swing pass. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Herbert. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. He'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing is Wilson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Open man is Uzama. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play. They'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. He'll look to throw. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. This kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, his throw incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here, field goal or a touchdown now.
70, Indy.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's got a first down past the 30, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, that's caught by Hollister. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
36 power.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Alert.
On first down, it's Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check. 59. It's a party now. Kill.
Bang out.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike's 59.
12.
Check. Mike.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking sideline, incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Twist.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Jeffrey Simmons. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Herbert, and the pressure gets to him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
They'll look to set up as blockers. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 40.
Here's Wilson throwing again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us, we came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon.